Hi friends, a lot of you are wondering why do we need something like a Metamask wallet in the first place? You are using say a Coinbase or you are using Binance to do everything which you want to do in crypto. So what is the difference between a Coinbase or Binance and a trust wallet and Metamask or new age wallets like the obvious wallet? So this is a basic video where I'm clearing some fundamentals about what is this whole thing about blockchain, decentralization, wallets, and exchanges. First up, let's understand there is something called a blockchain. This blockchain can be of different types and can have different forms and assets. So, say we are talking about a sample blockchain, could be Ethereum. Now, the Ethereum blockchain by itself contains all of our assets. Nobody stores Ethereum or ETH token with them. The token is always in some manner on the blockchain. What we have in our hands is the access. This access is basically in the form of a private key. This private key is a long alphanumeric string, let's say a very long password, which you use to access the funds within a blockchain and transfer it to someone or do any kind of complex transaction with it. Now, this private key, if you want to store it with yourself, you use a wallet like Metamask, Trust Wallet, or Obvious Wallet. And if you want this private key and all the transactions to be abstracted for you, and you just want to use a simple user ID and password like we will do in an email app or Gmail, that is the convenience which an exchange gives you. What an exchange like Coinbase or Binance does is that they store the private keys with themselves for all their users, and they give you a user ID and password. Now, this is what also happened with, say, someone like an FTX. They had the user funds in their control. They had the private key with which transactions were happening on the blockchain, and users had a user ID and password, which means that a FTX could go down and you lose your funds. But if you have your funds in your own wallet, which means you are storing your private keys with yourself. These wallets are basically just a way to store your private keys and transact easily on the blockchain without any third parties or dependencies like FTX, Coinbase, or Binance. Now, if that was complicated, simply put, this is someone whom you are trusting to store your assets and transact on behalf of you. Wallets is a tool which you use to store and access crypto yourself. So now there could be Metamask, Trust Wallet, New Age wallets like Obvious. You can use all of them, and there is some difference between all three of these. Now there are definitely convenience and benefits of using a FTX, Binance, Coinbase. FTX of course is no longer functional, but when you use them, you get a lot of convenience, and transacting is easier, converting USD to crypto is easier, and vice versa is also easier because they connect with your bank accounts. So there is value in these, but there is risk. If they go down or if they suspend your account, if they are hacked, you lose your crypto. Now, when you use something like Metamask, Trust Wallet, Obvious, you have a tool which lets you store and transact with your crypto yourself. What is the difference between a Metamask and Trust Wallet and the Obvious Wallet? Well, there are different crypto chains like, say, Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum and the family of Ethereum like coins or like projects, they are called Ethereum virtual machine chains. So these are EVM chains. These EVM chains are supported by Metamask and currently also supported by Obvious. So you can have your BNB, Optimism, Polygon, Arbitrum, all of them which are EVM compatible chains on Metamask and Obvious. Trust Wallet does something more complicated. It lets you store Bitcoin, Solana, and Tron and Ethereum and all of them, and gives you a different address for all of them. Now you may ask that are there more such wallets? Yes, there are 250 plus such wallets, so it's a dense space, but all of them basically help you simplify transacting on the chain directly without going to a third party. Now something like a MetaMask is very good and convenient, and you can do basic swapping over there very easily. So if you want to convert USDT to Ethereum, you can do it on chain. But if you want to move your funds from Polygon or Optimism to the Ethereum chain or vice versa, something like Obvious Wallet makes these transactions easier. These are called cross-chain swaps or bridging. So you can do cross-chain transactions using Obvious much more easily, and Obvious can connect with your Trust or MetaMask easily, or you can use the Obvious native wallet as well. So simply put, there is something called exchanges. These are custody providers who give you a user ID and password. They verify your ID and store your assets. And wallets are tools which you use to directly transact on chain. It is generally believed that the future is where you will store your assets yourself, and this is also called self-custody. Self-custody has its own risks. If you lose your seed phrase, which is given to you when you set up these wallets, you will lose your funds forever and nobody can recover it. So you need to just protect these 12 or 24 words seed phrase, and you will have your assets safe, pretty much safe forever, unless you do something really, really stupid. So that's the difference between Trust Wallet, MetaMask, Coinbase, Binance, and how it really works with a blockchain. This is a very simple 101 explanation. If you want to understand more about crypto basics, please do comment below and ask me, and I will appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and like this video. If you want to download any of these wallets like the new age Obvious wallet, I'll give you a link in the description below. See you next time.